Yo, what's going on, good people? This is your boy, the Ace, that runs the place, back at it again with another episode. This is the Takedown featuring the Ace. Right now, we want to talk about NXT Stand and Deliver. It is WrestleMania weekend. It's, obviously, one of the biggest weekends in wrestling, in the wrestling business, in wrestling history. NXT Stand and Deliver is before the first night of WrestleMania. We are in Philadelphia for this event, for this time of the year, and they're performing at the Wells Fargo Center. And you already know, man, NXT Stand and Deliver, or NXT Takeover, or whatever you want to call it, has always stood out in the pay-per-views and stuff. They always had great matches and stuff like that. This is where you see the future superstars of the WWE come in and make their mark and stuff like that. You might have some people that, I believe some people here today is going to be eventually making that transition to the main roster and stuff like that. They just got a lot of guys continuing on in NXT, continuing to build up until you get that call to come to the main roster. So let's get into it, man. Let's already get into it. Let's get into the card. This is, like I said, this is the prediction show, my prediction show for my predictions, what I think is going to happen, and who I think is going to win in NXT Stand and Deliver. So you already got the pre-show. You got Shawn Spears versus Joe Gacy, my bad. I'll probably go with Shawn Spears. I think Shawn Spears will take this one. AKA Ty Dillinger. He's back in the WWE. Joe Gacy's kind of been like he's came back recently. He was gone for a minute. He had the whole schism, I think the name of the group was, but eventually they all broke up. You got Ava Raine, she's the NXT general manager. You got the tag team, they left. They're off to, I think they're in TNA, I believe. The Gristle Young Vets, they're in TNA. So you got that. And so Joe Gracie's been left, and now he's back to being a singles competition, or he's always been a singles competition, but he's back and he's, doing his thing. He had his, rivalry with Dijak not that long ago. Now he's facing off with Shawn Spears. I want to go with Joe Gacy, but I think Shawn Spears might take this one. I don't know why. I don't really know why, but I think that's going to be the one. So the way they got the list of matches here, I'm going to go off it like that. So they got Ilya Dragunov versus Tony D'Angelo for the NXT World Championship. NXT Heavyweight Championship. I'm going with Ilya Dragunov because I think he's going to win the match. He's going to remain champion for a long time. I don't know who on that roster. Maybe sometime down the line, Trick Williams will get another opportunity at him without the distractions of Carmelo Hayes, or just any distractions of keeping him from winning the title. But I think there's also, too, like I said, Dragunov is a face. Usually, a heel, it'll go like a face versus a heel. Trick is a face. I would like to see Trick Williams become champion in NXT champion in NXT, but also too, I feel like he has a bright future that he can call up. Ilya Dragunov is another guy that can get called up too, but I believe this is now not his time. I really like Tony D'Angelo. This recent run of Tony D'Angelo really got me into him. I did not like him at first because it's the whole Italian mob gimmick and stuff like that. We've seen that before. But just his recent run recently with him going for the NXT title, him and his promos he's done with Ilya Dragunov and all this other stuff. I'm the Don of NXT and stuff like that. It's just like, even though it's like, he said he's the Don of NXT, he has all this power, so he doesn't necessarily need the title to validate his power, because he said he's the Don of NXT. He can make things happen without, with a snap of his finger. But, obviously, you want the championship, you know what I mean? And at first, I never thought I could see Tony D'Angelo as the NXT champion. Like I said, it's just the whole gimmick don't, you know what I mean? I just didn't like the gimmick. The Italian mob gimmick was just kind of like corny to me. But it's just like I said, recently he got me now. I'm like, yo, I'm really starting to like this dude. You know what I mean? I didn't think I would, but now I'm starting to like him. I like Dragunov. I like Ilya Dragunov, but I'm really like feeling Tony D'Angelo. You know, and he got crew. And he got his crew. So I mean, but like I said, I just can't see Dragunov losing the title. I can't see Dragunov losing the title, so I got Dragunov retaining, beating Tony D'Angelo, you know, so he'll survive, you know, and still NXT champion Ilya Dragunov. Now we have the triple threat match for the North American Championship. We have Obafemi versus Dijak and Josh Briggs. Who I think will win this match? Dijak hasn't won a title, I think, both runs in the NXT. You know, so when he was when his first run in NXT, he didn't win a title, I believe. But he had great feuds though. He had a lot of great, especially with him and Keith Lee. He had a good run then, you know, the Retribution run. We saw what happened with that. And now he's back in NXT as Dijak, and you know, I like his character, I like his gimmick and everything like that, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like Obafemi's going to retain. You know, he's a young superstar. Kind of like his ascension came kind of fast. You know, because he had the NXT, what was it, the Rising Star Challenge or something like that, where kind of like the new crop of talent that's been training and doing all this other stuff like that, kind of, you know, has these, you know, had to go through this tournament, and when you win, you kind of like a challenge for a title or whatever like that, kind of like a Money in the Bank kind of situation or whatever. But yeah, his rise has been crazy, and I'm like, if 50-50 on him, Obafemi, you know what I mean? It's just like his character just does too much. It's just he's so like it's like his whole thing that he does is just like it's too much for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, yo, this dude he's big, he's athletic, he's strong. I mean, he has a presence and stuff like that, and that's something that WWE likes. This is 3 big dudes, big meaty men slapping meat. This is big meaty mania. This is big meaty mania at NXT. Stand and Deliver. Dijak, Obafemi, Josh Briggs. I really don't know too much about Josh Briggs and stuff like that. I believe he was in a tag team. He was like in a little faction before or something like that. He's like, I don't see him winning the title. And for some reason, the NXT title is like the black title, because most of the champions through the history of that North American title since it's been brought to the since it's been made, it's been mostly black dudes. You know what I mean? Don won it, Dragon Lee won it. I believe Adam Cole was the first to win it. But most of the cats that won it look at the rosters, but most of them been brothers. So I think Obafemi ain't losing that title no time soon. So I got Obafemi retaining and still North American champion, Obafemi. So I got him retaining that. But if he don't win it, I hope Dijak win it. I'm putting it like that. So if Obafemi loses somehow, like I said, I hope Dijak win it, and Dijak will pin Josh Briggs. This way Obafemi looks still strong and stuff like that. He lost the title, but he didn't get pinned. So I can see something like that happening. So we got the NXT Women's Championship match. We got Roxanne Perez versus Lyra Valkyrie. Lyra Valkyrie is the champion versus Roxanne Perez. Now, we got Roxanne Perez. This is her heel run. This is what she's doing now. And, you know, she's known as the Prodigy. I believe she's won the NXT, the women's title, twice. So she's a 2-time champion already. Lyra Valkyrie is somebody who I believe NXT is really big on. Also to Perez. Perez is very young. I believe it's the early 20s. I believe Lyra Valkyrie is about the same age. Something like she's 27 on here, and Roxanne Perez is just turned 22. I mean, she's 22 years old. So you got 2 very young, talented women on the NXT roster fighting for the NXT Championship. I believe Lyra Valkyrie is going to retain the championship. I don't really see a lot of titles getting changed. This NXT Stand and Deliver. I don't see that happening. You know, it's kind of like Roxanne Perez is now, like I said, she's a heel now, and she wins the title. It's kind of like, well, you know, it's the whole, I'm getting the title, but I never lost the title. I lost the title because of an injury or something like that. So I'm getting my title back, or whatever the case may be. Knowing that whole story, you know, so we hear that story 1,000 times in wrestling and stuff like that. So, but I mean, Lyra Valkyrie is somebody I think WWE, like I said, they're big on, just like Roxanne Perez. But Lyra Valkyrie is, I believe, is probably gonna be a step ahead of Roxanne Perez as far as I believe in getting, you know, pushes and stuff like that. Like Roxanne Perez will get opportunities and things of that nature, but I believe Lyra Valkyrie will be kind of like on that like Becky Lynch, like that Becky Lynch level. Not like as big as the Man character, but she'll be like at that. I can see her career being somewhere like that. You know what I mean? So I can see that. So I got Lyra Valkyrie retaining. Like I said, so far most of the champions have retained. So now we have Braun Breaker versus Baron Corbin, the Wolf Dogs versus Axiom and Nathan Frazier for the NXT Tag Team Championship. Now, this is when I think that might get changed because Braun Breaker is getting called up. He's on SmackDown. I mean, maybe it's not too much of a rush for him. He's called up, but it's maybe not too much of a rush for him to come to the NXT. I mean, not to leave NXT to come to SmackDown, but he's getting promoted. He got promos and all this other stuff like that going on with him in, you know, with him on SmackDown and stuff. And, you know, let's say after WrestleMania, you know, there's going to be a whole new crop of storylines and this, that, and the third. So, and I believe I know I'm trying to think. The mid-card title is like the U.S. title. So I can see Braun Breaker, you know, competing for that title at some point, or even competing for the undisputed title. So, like, Braun Breaker is most definitely like the future. He's one of the future pieces in WWE. We're going to see probably like in WrestleMania someday, main eventing, or he's going to have some mid-card matches and stuff like that. But I believe his ascension as far as like getting to the top is going to be like quick, you know. So, and I love this for Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin going back to NXT, winning the NXT Tag Team titles, kind of rebuilding his career, getting his spark back, getting his love back for the business and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He's one of the very talented people on the roster, very intelligent, he knows so much about he knows so much about the business and stuff like that. So very smart guy. You know, I believe, you know, Baron Corbin is going to be one of those guys. You're going to be here working in the back, producing matches, doing whatever. Like, he's going to be one of those guys where they're really essential to the business, essential to the business and keeping the growth of WWE going forward. So, like I said, Axiom, Nathan Frazier. I really like Nathan Frazier. Nathan Frazier reminds me of like a Seth Rollins, Shawn Michaels kind of prototype. You know what I mean? Like, he has that gift that I could see him being a superstar, a really major star in the business and stuff. So, and I like Axiom as well too. So, and it was super hot. You know what I mean? And the tag team division in NXT is stacked, you know. So, I mean, I like to see the you know, like the changing of the guard. So I got Axiom and Nathan Frazier winning the tag team titles, beating the Wolf Dogs in NXT Stand and Deliver. Then we have a 6-woman tag team match. Thea Hall, Fallon Henley, Kalina Jordan versus JC Jane, Kiana James, and Izzy Dane. That's man, I'm gonna go with Thea Hall team. Team Thea Hall. Team Chase U. I like Thea Hall a lot. I like her a lot, man. She's like, I like her a lot. I like Fallon Henley. She's another, I believe, favorite in WWE that they're looking to, like, yo, like, this is gonna be one of those women that when her time is to come up, she's gonna be one of those women that's gonna hold that women division down and stuff like that. Kalina Jordan, talented young lady. Still young. I believe she's still, you know what I mean, like, hasn't had a lot of matches. So I can still see her kind of like, you know, obviously staying in NXT for a while, getting some time in and stuff. So, and, you know, this is a match that probably like ain't nobody really go. This one of those matches that's gonna be like, yo, depending on where it falls in the card, that's pee break. That's, no disrespect to these ladies and nothing like that, but that's kind of like, I'm taking a break. Maybe get some snacks or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think this match is gonna be quick. But now let's get to the main event: Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes. And like he said, the first time two black men main event a WrestleMania event, and WrestleMania headline at an NXT takeover, but headline a WrestleMania event. Like this is NXT Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania night 1 and 2. This is all the week. This is all one weekend. You know what I mean? So this is like NXT. This is WrestleMania weekend. So like I said, two black men, two brothers, main eventing. Trick Williams has become one of my favorite wrestlers. He's become one of my favorite superstars. I love the whoop that trick. Well, but his theme song is fire. Booker T adding the ad-libs to it made it even better. You know what I'm saying? He made it even better. And it just makes him, it just right now, and I said this before, he has rock potential. He has the Dwayne The Rock Johnson's potential. Trick Williams is a big dude. Like I said, WWE likes its heavyweight champions, its superstars really be kind of, big, strong, you know what I mean? Like, he has that. He has charisma. He can talk on the mic. He's a nice looking dude. I don't know if him and Lash Legend really mess with each other, but that's a nice looking couple. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it crushed me a little bit to see that, but I was like, good for Trick. You know what I mean? That's a good pick. That's a good pick for Trick Williams. So I'm happy for my brother right there. You know what I mean? So I just wish he probably maybe change his finishing move or something like that. Maybe get a different finishing move or something. But he has it. He has it. You know what I mean? But the other dude he facing on the other side of the ring has it too, and that's Carmelo Hayes, a.k.a. him. And he's the reason I've been saying him. Like, I'm him, like I'm him, Himothy, whatever, him this, him that, him Hayes, is whatever. I'm like, Carmelo Hayes is the reason why I started saying that. Why I'm like, one of my, whatever things I like, nicknames, whatever things I like to say, wrestling stuff is like him Angle. Like Kurt Angle is him. Like Kurt Angle to me is one of them dudes. He him. So I said, instead of Kurt Angle, it's him Angle. It's him. He him. He him. He that dude. You know what I mean? That dude Angle. You know what I'm saying? Perk Angle. Him Angle. You know what I mean? So that's where I got that from or whatever like that. If you ever see me talk about that, that's where I got that from. So Carmelo Hayes is him. I'm like, the only thing with him is just he's small. And I'm watching his promos live and stuff. I'm like, for some reason he remind me a little Bow Wow. I was watching the promo, and I was like, this dude remind me of Bow Wow. Just little. He got the braids and stuff like that. Bow Wow, everybody got the braids, the sides cut, the sides faded with the braids up the top. So he got that. And I'm just listening to his promo and stuff like that. That's the one thing Carmelo Hayes gonna have to kind of like get better at. I feel like his promos is, Trick got, I think Trick got that. That's what I think Trick thrives at. Trick, if anything, can cut a promo. Trick has the gift of gab. He has the voice. He has the one of the main things you need in wrestling. Obviously you got to be good in the ring, safe in the ring, willing to learn, all this other stuff like that. So you got to have the passion for it, but you also got to be able to speak. You know what I'm saying? And Trick can speak. Like I said, Carmelo Hayes can speak, but it's like him speaking just sometimes. I'm just like, I don't know, man. Maybe he just, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if that's really him. Like not that, I don't know if it's really Carmelo. That's like him. Like that's him speaking, or just his character. You know what I'm saying? If it's like this is me. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how sometimes, the WWE is just like, no, you gotta talk like this. You gotta do this. You gotta move this way, whatever like that. I don't know. So, but dude is gifted in the ring. Dude is very talented in the ring. And then he said like him, like Trick Williams. This is, right now, if you look at NXT Stand and Deliver, at least 5 of these people, at least 5, are like future WrestleMania main event talents. Trick Williams, Melo Hayes, Elio Dragunov, Roxanne Perez, and probably Lyra Valkyrie. Open Femi could be, but I don't know. That's to be decided. Josh Briggs, I don't know. I got to see more out of him. The rest is like, I don't know. But at least them 5 right there, that 5 right I just named right there, future WrestleMania main eventers, possibly Hall of Famers. You know what I mean? So, and like I said, and Melo done it all. Melo's done it all. Melo's won Cruiserweight title. He's won the North American title. He's won the NXT title. And I don't think he won the tag team titles. But he's won most of the titles. NXT. Trick won the North American title. Lost it. So I think Dirty Dom. But like I said, I haven't given my answer what I think gonna win. Like I said, I want Trick Williams. I got Trick. Trick Williams, my guy. So I got Trick Williams coming out on top of this and stuff like that. Because Carmelo Hayes is supposed to be getting called up too. So Carmelo and Braun Breaker is the two people we know for a fact supposed to get called up. So I'm getting, like I said, like do Melo really need this win? Not really, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going with Trick Williams. I'm going with Trick. And he gonna continue on, do his thing and stuff like that on the main roster. But yeah, that's pretty much my picks for NXT Stand and Deliver 2004 in Philly, in Wells Fargo Center. You know what I mean? This is, like I said, this is your boy, the Ace. This is Takedown. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share, do all that good stuff. Let's get this page going. You know what I mean? So, like I said, once again, this is the Ace. Y'all be safe. It's NXT WrestleMania weekend, baby.